Hey there, Bloomerinos. It's Keleas with Keleas.com. We're going to be working with some gorgeous florals today. I want to show you. Look at this eucalyptus. It may not be coming through on camera too bright, but it's a beautiful muted mauve. And I can't wait to work with this. The way this bush is designed, it's super easy to work with. So once we picked out that color, we came in with this lighter, gorgeous little thistle bush. It's called a sweet daisy. I love this. Is just a really sweet little bush we're going to be using. And then this neat, it's kind of like little clusters of flowers. I love the texture that this one gives. So the three of these together, we're going to make a masterpiece and make a beautiful, simple floral wreath that you can make anytime for any occasion, as long as you love a little bit of mauve and that pop of green. So let's get started. I've got a little Spanish moss off camera that we're going to be using to cover any of our mechanics. I'm just going to pull that over to the side here and start going. Y'all, I don't know if you hear that. This dog's going crazy in the background. Something's going down. So I'm going to cut this bush apart. This is going to be our primary greenery. So I'm going to take and cut it. Oh, I forgot to show you. We're going to have a bow too. Well, I'll show you that in a minute. The ribbon for the bow is very neutral, and the bow can be optional with the way we're going to do this design. So we've got couple of different options. I'm going to put these guys over here to the side as we start designing. And I'm going to start with the low kind of high placement. So we'll be putting these opposite each other. So I'm going to take and just swirl this in. We're going to push it into the grapevine. Getting a little glue on it there and then just pushing it right in. Beautiful. So our first piece is in. Now, if I can see the glue, I cover it, y'all. It's really important not to see our mechanics. That's something I stress with all my design school students, that we're camouflaging that every time we need to. So I'm going to put a little pop of moss on my glue. So that's what you see me doing right there. All right. Now, let's go ahead and cut apart the green bush too, because we're going to be using some of this. It's kind of like an allium, but it's a little bit different. So I'm going to trim all these off so we're ready to go. So we have a nice chunky cluster of that. I love that. And let's put a couple of these together, and we're going to place these at the top of the wreath here. So I'm going to cluster them up and just trim that down a little bit. Take and place this right here into the wreath also, and just spread those guys apart and pop that in. So I get a pop of green between the mauve, and let me get that glue covered. Oh my gosh, y'all, can you do this? Yes, you can do this. I know you can. Now I'm going to come here below. We're going to pop this one over here. I'm going to put one there. I love that the backside of this eucalyptus is also beautiful. Makes my little heart happy. And I'm going to come up a little bit higher with this one. Press it into the greenery. Very good. I can see a little glue there, so I'm going to grab some moss and fill it in. Oh, I love that we're going to have a nice combinations of green and beautiful mauve. And we're going to bring in that lighter mauve in just a second. So we're going to have a pop of all the different colors and a little bit different texture. Guys, pop in the comments what you've been working with. I would love to hear your latest creation. You can also share your creations with us on our text list. Sometimes we take those and we'll share them on our page and give you a little bit of exposure. You can text us at 832-734-5201. I love to see what you're working on. And hopefully we can inspire you with flowers and you can inspire us. All right, and this wreath's going to be kind of off to the side here, so I'm going to keep working that design as I keep going up. Now I'm going to come in with a little bit more eucalyptus, working my way up here, pressing that one in. Oh, so pretty. And I'm going to put one a little bit higher, right in here, kind of layering it up. That's so gorgeous, and I love that these are wired so nicely. We can just have the texture blowing out. And you guys, if you're not using depth and dimension on your wreaths yet, and you're still making your wreaths flat, you gotta try it. You will be so surprised how much more money you'll get for your wreaths, how much more eyeballs will be like, wow, when you work that depth and dimension. Do you see, guys? You understand what I'm talking about now. Okay, we're gonna grab some more of our green. Just kind of I'm just trimming those to match. We're going to bring these in, right in here. And in a second, we're going to add our light pink. But I'm kind of getting these all in. So one higher, one a little bit lower. And then these are going to go right in here. Beautiful. Just sliding those in. Sliding it in. And I'm not pushing to the back, y'all. I'm making sure these are going into the grapevine. If you get a glue string like that, get rid of it. Okay? You can do this. Okay, now let's grab our Sweet Daisy. Just like a little thistle pick. It's actually a spray. We're going to break it down. Here's one, and here's two. I'm going to break each stem down into 2 pieces. Okay, there's one. Here comes number 2. And we are breaking this one down. Okay. Now, this is going to add a little texture, but the same color palette. Now, this will probably be how I'm hanging this one, okay? So this is kind of my center line. So I want to think about that as I start to add these textures in. I'm going to bring this one right here. Press it in. Oh my gosh, isn't that gorgeous? And give that a bend up. It needs to be saying, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to flower time. Below right here, we're going to have those work opposite each other. Just bring that one right in. Nice. So pretty. Okay. Now I'm going to take one more. And you'll see we get one section in your wreath that kind of has a lot of pieces. Don't worry about that. You're going to be all right. Make this one a little bit shorter. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? And then one more kind of coming out the other side. I'm going to take and trim these shorter so I can, still going to cluster them. But that kind of got big, guys, so it's okay to cut it. Oh, and make it a little easier to put these in. Watch those glue strings if you get one. Just snatch it up. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna take and hold these off for just a second. Well, no, I'm not. I'll be all right. I'll get them in. Sometimes I hold a few pieces till I get my main center piece in, but I think we got it. Now, we're gonna use our bow actually down here. I bet you thought we were putting it there. We're not. We're gonna finish the center off here with the green little allium pieces in this section, and our bow will go down here. Aha! I tricked you. So with these, I'm going to shorten up the stems on these, and make sure with this bush you pull up these leaves by the head because it just looks so cute. I don't think I told you that earlier. But when those cup around that head, it just, the leaf texture and the flower texture is just perfect to have both. Okay, let's just tuck these in right here. Oh yeah, and this will be tight and compact in this little section here. Beautiful. This one's going to come in, coming towards the bottom. So I'm going to get a really nice, beautiful cluster in here. Now, if you look closely, the way we put these in almost work like a ribbon that curls around and it flows around and it goes in. Ugh, juicy, guys, juicy. Oh my gosh, loving this. Now, our last step, we're going to add a bow down here. Totally optional. You could be done right now. Can you do this? I know you can. I absolutely know you can. Let's grab our ribbon. I'm going to show you a really nice, neutral, simple bow to make. We are going to be doing it on the Easy Bow Maker. So let me spin this guy around while we're working. And let's tie our bow. I have never been more pleased with that. That's gorgeous. That is just so gorgeous. And then you don't have to do the ribbon, like I said. It can be optional, but I'm going to pop one in. So I'm using our expandable jute, which is a material I've enjoyed working with lately. Sorry, I just got a little bit of moss on it, y'all. Y'all, I've got this big giant bucket of moss here. I think I need to move it over a little. So I'm going to make a, the tail can be a little bit shorter. I would normally do 20, but I'm going to do 16 because this is on the 14-inch wreath base. We don't need a huge tail. Let me move these guys out of the way. All right, I'm just going to go out to 5.5. I was going to say 6. 5.5 is going to do us. So this is expandable jute. It will extend out if you want it to, and I'll show you what that means in a second. which is so fun when you're working with it. I've done a few wreaths with it, and I like this look it'll give you. Kind of give you that extension of a beautiful bow. Scrunch that down, and we're going to bring this tail out and trim it right across. All right, now let's get the 1.5 inch ribbon. This is a really nice little narrow jute. Now this one's not expandable, but it's the same fun texture. And we're going to use that on the next layer here. So I'll make the tail about the same length because I am going to curl that up like there's no tomorrow. Okay, and I'm going to do these at 5 inches, twist, 5 inches, twist. I'm going to do 2 loops. 5 inches twist. I wonder if we should do 3. Let's do 3. That would be fun. Why not? These are all at 5 inches. And then I'm going to make this last little loop in the center at 4. Okay, so I'm just going to do 2 at 5 and 1 at 4 just to kind of bring that middle in. And now we'll trim these. And then we're ready to take this off the bow maker. We'll do that right now. I'm going to grab a cable tie. You're going to need a short one for the center and a long one for the back. So this is an 8-inch cable tie. I'll run it right beside the dowels and then put a finger on top. As you start to bring that up, add a little pressure, not all the way tight, just enough to hold that center. You're also going to hold it with your fingers. Rotate this to the back, and I'm going to start fluffing this guy up, separating out all these pieces. Look at this. Isn't that cute? Put that shorter one to the center, okay? Tails come down, so make sure you manipulate those also while you're shaping out your bow. Okay, neutral bows can just go for so many different seasons, guys, all the time, and this goes beautiful with our color palette. Put that attachment cable tie in the back and then bring it in, and we're going to cut off that little piece. Our next step is to cover up the center, and I'm going to do that with this ribbon right here. That's that shorter 1.5 inch. It's not shorter, it's just not as wide. Now I'm going to take and fold it on itself and run that right down the middle. And that'll cover up the mechanics, and that just worked perfectly right up the center. Can you see it there? Ugh, perfect. Perfect, I love that. So a couple of knots here in the back if you can get them. There's one. Oh, this ribbon's pretty thick, so I'll just do one. You guys, Ari just came in to visit me. It's okay, Daddy, she can stay. Ari's saying hi, y'all. Ari's our little toy poodle who's generally in trouble in a good way. All right, so here's our gorgeous wreath we made. We knocked out really quickly. And then the bow just tucks right in here. Just right, real sweet. Oh my word. Just tuck it in real sweet right here. And I like to match that angle of the bow with the angle of the florals at the top. You can also contradict the angle and come in this way if you want to tuck it in. You just have to deal with the tails a little bit differently. But I'm going to put her right in here. Then she's going to tuck right in. I'm going to grab 2 or 3 pieces of the grapevine. And then we'll cinch this cable tie up. And this will be done. Let me show you the finished look here. I cannot wait for you to try your own. Just like this. Remember, we'll text you out the supply list. So if you haven't texted us yet, make sure you get on that text list at 832-734-5201. Curl these little ones. Oh my gosh, look how cute. This new ribbon curls up so good. I'm going to curl this one forward. Oh, and these tails come down just like this. Now, I like to curl these tails too and just pop a little glue on them. Just curl, curl, curl. Get it a little bit tight. This is a little bit of glue. Just tuck it on there in the back and just give it a little, just a gentle squish. Make sure you don't use a glue gun or you will get burned. Just using my electric glue skillet. And then I make sure I take a lot of that glue off. So I'm just getting a little bit. Okay. So there's my curls. These curls are curling in toward each other. And we did it! What a simple but beautiful wreath with a basic bow. Just pull these tails going down. Give that a little rotation. And there you go. Sheet is ready to hang. I'll see you guys next time we create something beautiful together. Come and join us anytime on Keleas.com. Click on the video library and you can watch any of our projects that we do live with you here, wherever you're watching. See you next time, Bloomerinos. Go have fun with flowers.